We've put 15,000 miles on our long-term Lucid Air. Let me tell you, it's been one hell of a roller coaster ride.
This wiggles a lot.
Door shuts, door opens.
Oh, this car's fast. Oh, it's fast. Oh my God.
So in this video, I'm going to go over our ownership experience and share with you what it's like to be a Lucid owner. As a first product from a brand new company, the Lucid Air offers some really impressive numbers. But when it comes to the everyday experience, it falls short. Our Edmunds test team is gonna help me break all of that down, starting with a little recap. This is a 2022 Lucid Air Grand Touring. The company currently sells 5 trim levels of the Air, and the GT is smack in the middle of them. It has 2 electric motors, 819 horsepower, and a big ol' 112 kilowatt hour battery pack. The Air sedan is Lucid's first car on the road and will be joined soon, probably, by the Gravity SUV, which will compete against the Mercedes EQS SUV and a growing list of others. Now, normally I have a little line in there that says how much we paid for the car, but there's a little more to that story. We paid just over $140,000, including the destination charge for our Lucid Air. That makes it the most expensive long-term test car we've ever bought. Our long-term test fleet currently has 13 vehicles that are passed around our team and tested in the real world. You can find all the lovely information there at the link in the description. So, 140 grand for our car, paid and done. Shortly after, Lucid raised the price of the car to $155,000, so we got in just in time. Or did we? Fast forward to February of this year, Lucid drops the price down to $138,000. Then again in August, they dropped the price yet again to $125,000. 15 grand up and then 30 grand down, all in about a year's time. So much like Tesla, you don't have to worry about dealer markups, but price changes are always a possibility. And that can mean bad things for your resale value, as I'm sure we'll find out when we go to sell this car at the end of its term. But let's talk about this car's party piece, the one thing that has put it on the map above everything else, the range. With its efficient 19-inch wheels and all-season tires, our Lucid is rated to drive 516 miles, at least according to the EPA. But our Edmunds EV range test has told a very different story.
The EPA says 516 miles, but we've not seen that with our car. We've run a Lucid through our EV range test 3 times. We saw 425 miles in the first test, 438 miles on the second go, and 465 miles on the final one. That's not EPA, but it is very worth noting that it is better than any other EV we've tested so far. So credit where credit's due. I wish it would hit what's advertised. Edmunds paid a lot of money for this car, but credit to the engineers that they can get that much range out of this battery. Also notable that the range has improved with time. Batteries degrade, be it your phone or your car. But a stream of OTA updates, some have addressed efficiency. The release notes really don't get into details on what's changed. But whatever has been done has done a lot to make the car better. We've gotten more range, creeping upwards. That's great. We've got over 10,000 miles on this thing now and keep going up. So I'm hoping it maybe hits that 516 estimate one day.
Truth is, we've never cracked 500 miles in this car, nor have we come anywhere close. And that's a bit of a bummer. But on the flip side, we just had our best result yet after over 14,000 miles on the clock. That shows great things for the battery's health and that Lucid has made over-the-air updates, which has improved the range. And come on, 465 is a huge number when it comes to an EV. That's the second best result we've ever had in an Edmunds EV range test, only behind another Lucid Air, the Dream Edition R, which did 505 miles. And speaking of, we have more good numbers to report when it comes to the Lucid Air's performance. We put the car through our infamous Edmunds testing when it was new and just did it again after a year. And the results were very impressive. However, that didn't always translate to wins at U-Drags.
Now, you may have heard about the popular Edmunds U-Drag race videos, and if you haven't, you really should go check those out on our YouTube channel, but right after this. So we've raced our Lucid against some pretty formidable competition, including the Corvette Z06, the BMW M8 competition, and one of the newest Mercedes AMG EVs. It put up a good fight and even managed to win in some cases, but is severely handicapped by the all-season tires it came with. We've been trying our best to get a set of factory summer performance wheels and tires, even reaching out to Lucid directly, but tracking down a set of those have proven to be a challenge to say the least. Since we're already past our 1-year anniversary of ownership, we're hoping maybe for Christmas?
Now, after about 15,000 miles, the question of maintenance and build quality comes to mind. So far, our Lucid has gone in for service twice. The first time was for this.
So we had a problem with a Lucid test car that we had in, the doors wouldn't shut properly. With this car that we bought, we thought it had all been fixed, but it's reared its head again. Door shuts, door opens, door shuts, door opens. Problem is, as you might be able to tell, I've got an eye infection on my way to doctors. Can't now get the door shut and actually drive all the way down the freeway, so I'm going to try slamming it. Which is the solution that we had on the test car. Again, it is. So we got the problem, it's now showing on the dashboard. The code can be in as well. Right, so it seems the only way to fix this and to make the doctor's appointment is to slam the door far harder than I naturally would and genuinely want to. It's really frustrating.
The second time it went in was for a new set of front hinges because we had a bunch of issues with the automatic front closing. Now, because of our warranty, both repairs came at no cost to us. Now, that door handle bug is just one thing in a very long list of stuff that bugs the absolute crap out of us in this car. Here's our social media editor, Ryan, to explain.
Let's talk build quality because it's not great. First of all, the A-pillar. This wiggles a lot. It shouldn't wiggle at all. Second, this button. I'm not actually doing anything. It just has that much play in it. Not ideal. Third, the steering wheel. It squeaks when you turn it. That's a no. Meanwhile, in the back seat, the headliner is quite literally falling down, and it's just secured by a little piece of Velcro. That is not ideal either. And that brings us to this guy, the key fob. This is a very cheap feeling little piece of black plastic. It's barely marked other than these 3 little symbols on the back that tell you how many times to press it to do what. However, sometimes no matter how much you press it, it just doesn't do anything because it only works about 50% of the time, despite having fresh batteries. Not great. Also, finally, one time I opened the driver's door and a piece of window trim fully just popped out of place, like without any reason. We're doing great. Here's an example of the key fob not working. It's 1 click to lock. Do you see anything happening? Because I do not. Oh, there we go. Great. Only took 10 presses.
So as you can see, our frenemy, the Lucid, has been less than ideal. But credit where it's due, this is now a much better car than it was the day we bought it. And a big reason for that is over-the-air updates. My own personal frenemy and chief Edmunds snack eater, senior editor, Brian Wong, will now explain.
In the time that we've owned our Lucid, it's been a very busy vehicle. We've gotten actually over 40 over-the-air updates for this vehicle, and those have ranged from very small quality of life improvements to larger updates that have actually added big features. Now, these updates can sometimes take only a few minutes, but sometimes they can also take a couple of hours, and there was even a long one where we had to lock our key fob inside the vehicle, which is a little bit disconcerting, but overall, we've liked these updates because they've really improved the Lucid in many ways. When we got it had trouble booting up quickly. That's been sort of remedied. Also now it has wireless Apple CarPlay, which it didn't have when we started, and improved safety systems as well. So what we've seen is that over time, Lucid has actually put a lot of investment into taking the Air, updating it, and making it better in the time that we've owned it.
But that said, we're still waiting on some really important OTAs that will drastically improve the car. Like maybe this one. What do? Do you make the headliner any better? I don't know. Back in 2020, Lucid claimed that the hardware on the Air would one day be good for level 3 autonomy. That was 3 years ago, and we've heard almost nothing since then. In fact, as of this filming, our Lucid doesn't do any hands-free driving, and that's something that a lot of its competitors, like the Mercedes EQS and the BMW i7, do. So that's a wrap on year 1 with our Lucid Air. 15,000 miles down, and many more adventures to come. Will the car's tech continue to improve? Will it actually hit its goal in our range test? I guess we'll all find out together. In the meantime, for all things Lucid, head over to edmunds.com and check out our long-term blog. Thanks for watching.